So I let my children know, man, hey, this is good because, and I'm telling you, man, this is real stuff that I'm dealing with my daughter, man. Like right now, my son, he cool, but I deal with them just to get them with the right information, because if they don't have the right information, man, they can be in a bad place. So I'm working with developing their minds. My daughter, she was in the, as any child would be, looking at other people's situations and saying that it's better, looking at what other people got, saying that it's better. These are childish things. But what we as adults are to do is to help them to be able to break out of it and to help them evolve and let them know what it's really about. Man, don't compare yourself against nobody. Everything that you got, you are supposed to have. Who you are supposed to be. So I don't want my daughter, she has, she's not, no hard on the eyes type of child, right? So she's going to grow up, and that's what people tell her, like, oh, you're so pretty, you're so pretty. So I want to make sure that she understands that it's not about the looks, it's about the content, right? Because you don't have to work for your looks. Your looks is automatically given to you, and that's relative. Some people might think you're sexy, some people might not, So I don't want her to grow up and depend on her looks and think that her looks is what's going to get her the things in life. You be around those type of women who feel like, man, I look so pretty, I can have whatever I want, but they insides be shallow. They don't have nothing on the inside, and you can go ahead and get with that person who looks all pretty and stuff like that. But when you start to do time with that individual, you'll start to look at that prettiness and be like, man, that prettiness ain't worth it. Man, you get on my nerves. I don't even really want to be around you, right? Because of who they actually are, it doesn't match their outside. So that's what I want my children and my daughter to understand. Like, man, listen, it's about what's on the inside, because what's on the inside is what's going to get you to the place in life that you need to be. But guess what? You got to work the inside. You got to develop the inside. You got to develop the way that you are. You got to develop the way that you think, right? You got to develop that. You ain't got to develop your prettiness. You see, that's what Instagram and all of that, they taking all of these pictures, look at me, and people, I hear people and they be coming into the inbox like, man, I want to make you my wife, and you ain't never even had a conversation with this individual, and you ready to make them your wife, right? How you gonna make them your wife, and you ain't even had a conversation with them? You saying that you want them to be your wife based on the way that they look? Looks will fade, brothers, and looks ain't gonna pay the bills, brothers. When they got all of this stuff going on in their head, and they are with you and they are in your house, they will have you in your driveway not even wanting to come into your house. They be all pretty and everything, and you sit in the driveway like, I don't even want to go into that dang old hellhole. And they up in there pretty than the mug, feet all done, nice body and all of that stuff. And you saying to yourself, man, dang, I can't even go into the house because it's going to be hell when I go up in there. And they pretty than the mug. But what's on the inside is just a whole bunch of conflict. It's a war going on the inside of them. And that chaos, it gets presented in the household.